Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this session we will learn about the collapse load. Here in the front it shows the graph of stress strain curve, and at the left side it shows the beam and its behavior. Let's start with the stress strain curve. This is the normal stress strain curve where point A, B, C dash, C are closer to each other. So the diagram is simplified and taken as OC the elastic range and CD as the plastic range. In this figure the O and C point is the plastic, C and D point is O and C is the elastic, C and D is plastic, and D and F are hard. So as the point A, B, C dash and C are closer to each other, and so it is simplified, and the idealized stress strain curve is produced, in which O and C point, here you can see O point and C point, which are considered as a elastic range, and point C and D are considered as plastic range. In elastic method of design, the stress and deformation are computed at working load. Now let's see some theory related to collapse load. First, the plastic hinge. The plastic hinge. So a plastic hinge is a zone of yield due to fracture in the structural member. As the load increases, a stage is reached when the entire section becomes plastic and the section is no more in the position to offer any additional moment of resistance, and this section simply rotates under the constant moment. Here you can see one beam with the load of W kilonewton, and it deflects and has a X distance, which means hinge length. So at the center of the area there will be the fully plasticity over the full depth of this section, and section will behave like a hinge. This is called plastic hinge. Firstly, the hinge length, which it is shown over here, is the X distance below the load. So generally the hinge length is 1/3 of the span. So it is theoretically it is taken as the hinge length of the plasticity zone is equals to 1/3 of the span. So what is the hinge length? So the hinge length means the moment adjacent to the yield zone is more than the moment up to the certain length, which is X, which is known as hinge length. And we can find the load factor Q. So the Q, which means load factor, it is the ratio of collapse load to the working load, which can be identify as Q is equals to WC, which is collapse load, upon W, which is working load. So collapse load upon working load is equals to factor, or you can say a load factor. Yeah. Now what is load factor? So the load at which the sufficient number of plastic hinges are formed. Remember this point: sufficient number of plastic hinge are formed in a structure such that a collapse mechanism is created is called collapse load. I will repeat once again: the load at which the sufficient number of plastic hinge are formed in a structure such that a collapse mechanism is created is called collapse load. In that, three conditions are created. First, N less than R plus 1, where N is equals to number of hinges, R is equals to redundancy. So in first case, number of hinges is less than redundancy plus 1, which is partially collapse. Next, when number of hinges is equals to the redundancy plus 1, which is complete collapse. And third condition, number of hinge is greater than redundancy plus 1, which is over complete collapse. So these were the three conditions in the collapse load. Next, there are two methods for plastic analysis. First, it is the static method, and second, it is a kinematic method. We will see both of this method for finding the collapse load and plastic moment of different types of beams. So, with the principle of virtual load and the upper and lower bound theorems, structures can be analyzed for its ultimate load by any of the following method. So we can use any of one, but I will show you both method in this session. This slide shows that the different types of beams. First, for the first case, let us see the first figure. A fixed beam with a center point load. It has a collapsible. It has the collapsible load of 8 MP by L. Then second figure shows the simply supported beam with a center point load. It has a collapse load of 4 MP by L. Then third, it is a prop cantilever beam with a center point load of W. It has a collapse load of 6 MP by L. Fourth figure, it shows fixed beam with UDL, has a collapsible load of 16 MP by L. Fifth figure, it shows the simply supported beam with UDL having a collapsible load of 8 MP by L. And here it is correction, it is the prop cantilever beam with a UDL having a collapse load of 11.656 MP by L. These values of collapse load we will find for different cases. It is calculated as per the type of beam. I will show how to calculate this collapse load, or you can find plastic moment for different kinds of beams such as simply supported beam, fixed beam, prop cantilever beam, etc. Now let us see some of the important note for before starting the case of beam. First, you have to remember that hinge will form at fixed point only, not on the simply supported point. This is the very important point to be noted, that the hinge is formed at fixed point only, not at simply supported point. Second, internal hinges are also allowed. Internal hinge will be also counted. Third, whenever hinges are formed, plastic moment will be formed. Yeah, that's absolute, that whenever the hinge are created, there at that point moment will act. So when the hinge is formed, there the plastic moment will be formed, which is MP. Okay, this point is you have to remember. So the fourth, collapse load will be calculated by both static method and kinematic method of plastic analysis. You can find by both of this method. I have shown both method, or you can also calculate by using one of it method as per your convenience. And the last but not the least, the first figure is for the static method and the second figure is for kinematic method, which I will show in the next slides. So let us start with the solution. The first beam we will see simply supported beam with center point load. Here the figure shows the simply supported beam with a point load of W at and the distance, the right side distance is L by 2 and left side distance is L by 2. So here the first figure is for static method and the second figure is for kinematic method. So first figure, first we will see the static method. So the reaction, so for this beam the reaction will be W by 2. So W by 2, and the moment at this point will be W by 2 into L by 2. So it will be W L by 4. So the maximum moment at this point will be W L by 4. We have to consider as a collapse load, so we will add as WC. So it will WC L by 4. So for the static method, MP will be, MP is equals to plastic moment is equals to WC, which means collapse load into length by 4, WC L by 4. Therefore the collapse load, by interchanging the or making subjective to the WC collapse load, we will found collapse load is equals to 4 MP by L. So for simply supported beam with point load using static method, the collapse load is 4 MP by L. Now let us see the using kinematic method. So in kinematic method we have to equate that the external load is equals to internal load. Here I have written external load is equals to internal load. So as I mentioned in the note that the hinge will form at fixed point only, as this is a simply supported, so here there will be no moment or no hinge will be formed. And also here it is a simply supported, so no hinge or no moment will be formed. Okay, so here it is a internal hinge, so here one of the moment will be hinge will be formed, and whenever hinge is formed, that at that point plastic moment will be formed. So let us start the WE external. Due to external load, what happens? External load of WC, it creates a deflection of let us take a deflection of delta. So the reaction by the external load will be WC collapse load into deflection. It is due to external, and what will be happen in the internal, and the internal will be MP plus the MP into 2 theta. This 2 theta comes from the theta 1 and theta 2. It will be 2 theta. Here it will be 2 theta. So let us WC into deflection is equals to MP 2 theta by, so the what will be the value of deflection? So the deflection will be L2 L by 2 into theta. You can consider from right side or left side. So as it is a symmetrical, you can consider any of this. So the deflection will be L theta by 2. So I have put the value of deflection as L theta by 2, and solve this equation. You will have the collapse load as per the kinematic method will be 4 MP by L. Now let us see for the fixed beam with a center point load. So as per the static method, it will be the maximum moment. So the maximum moment will be WC L by 4. WC means collapse load, and L is equals to length or distance by 4. So as for the static method, WC L by 4 is equals to 2 MP. So here it will be 2 MP. Then therefore, as making subjective to the collapse load, the collapse load will be found as 8 MP by L. Now let us see by using kinematic method. So here it is a fixed point, so one of the hinge will create over here and MP will be formed. And also this is the fixed beam or a fixed support. You will have the hinge over here, and plastic moment will act over here. And also at that point it is a internal hinge, so one of the hinge will create here and also the plastic moment will act over here. So let us equate that internal load is equals to external load is equals to internal load. WE is equals to WI. So so due to load WC, the deflection will be create delta. So that what will be the deflection? So this, the value of deflection will be L by 2 into theta. So due to external it will be WC into L by 2 theta. So WC L by 2 theta. And what will be the external? External means in the related to hinge and moment. So first it has three moments, three hinges. First it will be here. First MP theta, so I have written here MP theta. Second MP2 theta, so MP2 theta plus MP theta, here MP theta, here it will be MP theta. So making subjective to collapse load, we will find the value of collapse load as 8 MP by L. You can see that the values of collapse load by using static method and the kinematic methods are same. You can use either of it, or you can also solve by both. Generally in education systems we should go through both methods. Now let us see for the simply supported beam with the eccentric point load. Let us consider the beam having a length of L meters, and the load is placed at A meter from left side and B meter from the right side. So by using this static method, the maximum bending moment at the point under the load will be WC AB by L, which means MP is equals to WC AB by L. WC is a collapse load, A is a distance from left side distance, and B is the right side distance divided by total length of the beam. So by making this subjective to the collapse load, we will find out the value of collapse load as MPL by AB. Now let us see this beam by kinematic method. So using kinematic method, so external is equals to internal. So externally it will act as collapse load WC into its deflection delta. So you can have a delta value. I have taken from the left side. So the value of delta is A into theta. So here is the external, due to external WC into A into theta. Now let us talk about the internal. As the load is at eccentric level or eccentric distance, not in a symmetrical, it is unsymmetrical load. So the angle of deflection at left side and angle of deflection at right side will be different, as here will be theta and here will be theta 1. In this case it was just a simply supported beam with a point load at a center exit at L by 2. So the value of theta was same, equal, because it is a symmetrical. So and in this case it is not a symmetrical, and the deflection or the angle at right side and left side will be different. So the notation I have provided is for left side is theta, and for right side is theta 1 due to change in the angle. So the total here the total will be theta right side, left side theta plus right side theta 1. It will be total of left plus right. So let us consider for the Wi for internal. So for internal, here it is just simply supported, so here no moment will be taken or no hinge will be formed. Here also, here it is the simply support, so no moment or any hinge will created. Yes, but here it is the internal hinge, so the moment will be act and also the hinge will be formed. So the MP, so at that location it will be as MP theta plus theta 1. So we have taken internally as MP theta plus theta 1. Now we have to find the value of theta 1. So what will be value of theta 1? So theta 1 is equals to A theta by B. So I have found that theta plus theta 1 is equals to theta plus A theta by B. So the theta plus theta 1 is equals to Q theta L by B. So I have found that the value of theta 1 and theta plus theta 1 is theta L by B. So I have put the value of theta plus theta 1 over here and found the collapse load as MP L by AB. You can compare by using both of this method. The value will be as similar only or same only. Next, the fourth beam is fixed beam with eccentric point load. So let us see by using static method. So by the static method, the maximum moment is WC AB by L we have found, and so the moment, because in this case two moment will be carried, first for this and second for this. So 2 MP is equals to WC AB by L, where WC is collapse load, A is the distance from left side, and B is the distance from right side. By making subjective to the WC, we will found the value of collapse load as MPL into 2 by AB. By using, let us see by using the kinematic method. So using kinematic method, the external will be WC into its deflection. The value of deflection will be, let us consider A, here it will be A and here it will be B. Let us consider A into theta. Okay, so the external, it will be WC into A theta. Now let us consider about the internal. So for internal, here it is the fix, so it will also create one hinge and moment over here. It is internally fixed over here, so it will form hinge and moment over here, and also this is a fix, so it will form the hinge and moment over here. Now let us see the internal work. First I have taken MP theta, so here over here MP theta. Next I have taken MP theta plus theta 1, so here MP theta plus theta 1 plus MP theta 1, so over here MP theta 1. Now placing the value of theta 1 by over here, actually we have calculated the value over here, so I have taken this value directly, Q theta L by B. So putting the value of theta 1 as theta L by B. So by solving this, we will find the WC or a collapse load for the fixed beam with a eccentric point load as 2 MP by L. Now let us see the simply supported beam with eccentric UDL, or yeah, it's a mistake. Here it will be simply supported beam with UDL. Yeah, so let us see with the static method, and it is the important note that in UDL average vertical deflection is considered. In UDL average deflection is considered. So let us see the maximum moment for static method. The maximum moment or will be WCL by 8, where WC is collapse load into length, the total length of beam by 8. So by making subjective to the collapse load, it will be found as the collapse load as the 8 MP by L. Now let us see by kinematic method. So by kinematic method, as it is the UDL, the external load WC into its deflection will be L by 2 into theta. But as it is UDL, if we will consider as half into L by 2 into theta, which will be L theta by 4. So due to external, it will be WC into L theta by 4. And the external, as it is the simply supported point, there will be no moment or no hinge will be found. Here also, here it is a simply supported, so at this point no hinge or no moment will be found. But at the center it will be the internal hinge, so the moment and hinge will be formed. So for external it will be MP 2 theta. As it is a symmetrical, the angle of angle or the value of theta will be same. So this theta, right side theta plus left side theta, it will be 2 theta. So the external internal it will be MP 2 theta. By solving this or by solving and making subjective to the working load or collapse load, the value of collapse load will be found as 8 MP by L. Last but not the least, fixed beam with UDL. So here it is a fixed beam with UDL, and let us first see by static method. So the moment for the maximum moment will be for WCL by 8, collapse load into total length of beam divided by 8. So it will be, there will be two moment. So here it will be one moment and here it will be one moment, but we have to take as a maximum moment. So 2 MP is equals to WCL by 8, and by making the subjective to the collapse load, we will found the value of collapse load as 16 MP by L. Let us see by using a kinematic method. As this point is a fixed point, here the moment and the hinge will be formed. As also this point is fixed point, here also the moment will hinge will be formed. And yes, also at the intermediate or at the center, the internal hinge will be formed. So let us see first see the external. Due to external, the WC will act WC into its deflection. What will be the deflection? The deflection value will be L by 2 into theta. So as it is a UDL, we have to calculate, we have to add half. So half into, so the half into L theta by 2, which will be L theta by 4. So the due to external, it will be WC into L theta by 4. Now let us see for the internal. Internally it will be form 3 hinges, so there will be 3 kinds of value. First value MP theta, second value MP 2 theta, and third value MP theta. By solving this, you will found the value of WC or collapse load will be 16 MP by L, and it will be same as by the static method. Hope you understand about the collapse load for the different cases, and share, like and subscribe to my channel. And yes, also if you have any query or any doubt, you can surely comment me below, and share my channel, subscribe, so you can have the update about my new videos, and let me know the different kinds of lectures or videos or any tutorial you want to learn. And thanks for watching my